Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Veda and this is A Simple Budget. Here on my channel I show you how my family is using the zero-based budgeting method in order to maintain a simplified financial life. If that sounds like content that you're interested in, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button and join our little crew here. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. All right, well, hello everyone and happy Friday to you. We are pulling a little bit of an audible and I am uploading my Etsy and YouTube cash stuffing from the month of August, right? Yes, August. So if you watched my video that I uploaded yesterday, I had intended actually to upload that on Wednesday. I recorded it Wednesday morning and I was going to upload it on Wednesday. And then I got some weird bout of food. I don't want to call it food poisoning, but I was not okay. So that's why it went up yesterday, and then that threw off the rest of my schedule for the week. And so Mr. Simple and I haven't gotten a chance to really dig into our finances so that we could do the weekly check-in this week. So I was like, that's okay. I've got the Etsy and YouTube cash stuffing that I can go ahead and switch in and put up for you guys. So there will not be a weekly check-in this week. This is going to be the Etsy and YouTube stuffing. And in that light, I always love at the beginning of these videos to take an extra special moment to say thank you to all of you for contributing to my family finances in such a direct way as this. Whether you are watching my YouTube videos and not skipping the ads, even if you watch the YouTube videos and you do skip the ads, it still kind of generates attention toward my channel. And since I'm a monetized channel, if you do not skip the ads, I get a percentage of ad revenue every time you watch an ad. And so you are contributing very directly to my family finances in that way. And then of course, if you purchase anything in my Etsy shop, you are 100% also contributing to my family finances and our financial well-being. So thank you so much for all of your constant and continued support of me and my channel, my Etsy shop. I'm able to do all of this because of you guys, and it doesn't go unappreciated. It doesn't go unnoticed, and I'm so grateful for this community here. So thank you. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into the video. We are stuffing $400 today. The reason why it's a little bit lower than my usual Etsy and YouTube cash stuffings is because we have eliminated taxes from the equation today. So if you are unfamiliar, if you are self-employed, but you do not have an LLC, so I do not have an LLC, but I am self-employed. So I'm collecting income throughout the year. But because I'm not an LLC, I have to pay the IRS taxes every quarter. So once a quarter, I have to basically add up all of my taxes from that quarter and then send it into the IRS. That's how it works if you are collecting income. It's sort of like the same if you are a real estate agent or some kind of subcontractor. Basically, if you are self-employed, but you don't have an LLC or any other business license, you have to submit your taxes to the IRS every quarter, because if you withhold that money throughout the year, but then you submit everything all at one time in April like everybody else does, the IRS considers that their income that you have been withholding from them throughout the year. And so they will levy a fee against you for that. Never mind the fact that they do the exact same thing to you in reverse. If you are paying too much taxes, they are holding that money from you for the entire year and you don't get it until April, but I digress. Anyways, that is how all of this works. And so I withheld the taxes stuffing today since we do have to write a check. Oh gosh, there's a fly. Or a Trevor, if you've been around my channel long enough. Anyways, so we withheld the taxes. And then also there was just some little bits of money here and there that was withheld from this general, not that you need this explanation, but I do like to explain to you guys sometimes what's going on. So there's some other money that was withheld from this particular stuffing. But yeah, so that's why it's smaller than usual. But yeah, let's just go ahead and jump right into it here. I am going to go ahead and go into my business binder first, just because I like to give her a little stuff. So here we go. Let me just jump right in. Business sinking funds. Materials for the first time in a very long time is not going to be empty. Oh no, I chipped some nail polish. It is getting $62 today. This is actually, it earned more in the month of August, but I did have to hold back a little bit of money from just actually purchasing materials for my shop in the month of August. So that's why it's only getting $62. It's still a good amount of money. So 50, 62, and that's what she has got in here. Oops. Equipment is getting 27 today. That is also, again, just from withholding a little bit of money that was spent in the month of August. I'm finally, so I had to purchase a bunch of equipment and stuff like that, or I'm sorry, a bunch of materials and equipment way back in June when I did my Etsy and YouTube, or I'm sorry, my Etsy shop relaunch and introduce some new products and stuff like that. But I also had to front load the cost of a couple of items as well. And so that's what ended up robbing my funds basically, but I cash rolled everything. So it's still not that big of a deal, but it took a little bit of time for my envelopes to be able to for my categories to be able to bounce back from that. So it's finally catching up to itself. Shipping supplies is getting $14, and that's again also, it's just, we're catching up on this guy. So now that everything is back to normal and I have a good supply stock and I'm bringing in more money than I'm spending, obviously, on my business, everything is kind of leveling out again. YouTube is getting $25. This is just for a variety of different things. Whenever I host giveaways or if I specifically buy something that benefits my channel in some capacity, it comes from YouTube. And so now in YouTube, I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 25, 26, and 27. So 127. Canva, Canva is the tool that I use to create almost basically all of the products that are in my Etsy shop. I have the Canva Pro membership so that I have access to all of their elements and fonts and all that sort of stuff. I just like having the full resources at my disposal. And it costs me I think $120 a year. So I just put $10 a month toward it. And oh, here, let me take this out. Oops. I just renewed it back in June, so that's why it's got a little bit less in it. $10, $20, $30 in Canva. There we go. And then P.O. Box is getting $18. That's what it costs me every single month to maintain my P.O. Box at the post office. Here we go. Oops. I should have added this cash in here there we go. Now in P.O. Box, I've got 50, 70, 90, 100, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 160, and 161. I have to check up on that because I think they were supposed to take it out recently. I'm going to have to look that up. But that's going to do it for my business binder. And then we can just go ahead and move into high priority sinking funds. Now, if you happen to be new around here, you can check out my August budget with me, which I'll go ahead and leave linked for you guys now. Basically, since I have stopped working outside the home in a part-time capacity, which is what I was doing for a while, especially while we were paying down our debt. We wanted to bring in as much money as we could. But we've slowed that down a little bit. I now only do Etsy and YouTube. And so what we do is we supplement our main budget with Etsy and YouTube pay, since we're not putting as much, or since I'm not earning a part-time job income to help supplement what our budgeting goals are every single month. Before, we used to just use Etsy and YouTube as like a supplementary for the non-essential things in our life. But now, I mean, we mostly cover the essential things in our life just with my husband's income. We just have to supplement it a little bit. So if you watch my August budget with me, or even my September budget with me, you can see where I will go ahead and plug in little gaps that I feel is necessary with Etsy and YouTube income. So before, we didn't used to touch my high priority sinking funds binder with Etsy and YouTube Pay, but because now my Etsy and YouTube paychecks are supplementing our main budget a little bit, we do tap into here a little bit, but just little bits of things here and there, and I'll have to flip back to them. Like I mentioned, taxes is just not being added to since we have to go ahead and write that check to the IRS. But I am going to go ahead. I think I supplemented medical. Yes, I did. So I supplemented it $25. I always pull those out. By the way, these placeholders are available in my Etsy shop. I have 3 different designs available if you are so interested. And the envelopes, I also now make envelope inserts. So if you use the zip top envelopes that you can get on Amazon, which are much cheaper, by the way, than like my handmade custom envelopes, but you want a little customization, I do also inserts. So anyways, just for your info. Now in medical, we've got 150, 75, and 76. So 176 here in the envelope, and then 250 in our high yield savings account. Car expenses is not something that we supplement, but home maintenance, look at it. I mean, it's so sad. It's getting $34 today. It was supposed to get a little bit more than that, but we overspent a little bit in home maintenance, and so it just is subtracted from what the planned stuffing was. And so that's what she's got in her now, $34. This one's really been taking a hit lately, so we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. And then we don't supplement household or toiletries, I think. Yeah, so clothing was supplemented with my Etsy and YouTube Pay, but basically what we did was just canceled out the stuffing because if you've been around here for the last few months especially, I was not planning on needing to buy some clothes and things for my kids, but we just needed to for the start of the school year. So it's not gonna be stuffed again until my first cash stuffing for September, which even though we're in September, isn't until next Monday. So stay tuned for that one. And then the rest of these, Finance Coach, HOA, yeah. So that's gonna do it for our high priority sinking funds. Like I said, we still, like this mostly gets stuffed with our main income because these are so high priority, they're necessary. And so we always make sure to funnel money towards these things. I just like to fill the gaps a little bit of where I feel like we need the extra income to supplement with Etsy and YouTube. So that's what we do. And then the bulk of it ends up actually in low priority sinking funds because these are categories of our budget that we wish that we could put a little bit more money toward. But since we've got pretty aggressive goals, we want to save up for our 6 months emergency fund, and we want to do it as quickly as possible. We funnel all of our extra money toward those things, or toward that, rather than putting them toward the low priority categories of our budget. So that's just how we handle it. Dine Out is up first. It's getting $33 today. 20, 30, 1, 2, and 3. And now in Dine Out, we've got 20, 40, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 57. So what I was going to go over with you guys, actually, we're going to be pulling a little bit of money out of Dine Out and a little bit of money out of dates because Mr. Simple and I didn't go on a date for our anniversary, which thank you guys so much for all of the well wishes for our anniversary. That was on Monday. We've been married for 18 years now. And so we didn't go on a date, but we did buy some really, really, really gorgeous steaks from Whole Foods. Our plan actually in the future, and we'll go over this with you guys, is to actually invest in a deep freezer and work with a local farmer and buy a cow, like a half cow from them. One, because I love supporting a local farmer, but 2, because the meat is fresher and tastes better. But everybody has a Whole Foods. If you're ever looking to celebrate something in your life and you like to celebrate with nice steaks like Mr. Simple and I do, The flavor of steak from Whole Foods is far superior to any other grocery store that I have ever purchased steak in. And I have purchased steak in a lot of grocery stores. Whole Foods usually does a really good job of bringing in animal or meat that is from animals that have been treated really well, and a lot of it is pasture raised, and the flavor, it really does make a difference in the flavor. So anyways, if you're looking to celebrate with a really good steak and you just want to make it at home, definitely take your tush right on over to Whole Foods and get steaks from there. And it's still like, you're going to spend a lot of money on the steaks, but it's still going to be cheaper than going to a restaurant and having them cook a subpar steak for you. I mean, in my opinion, subpar steak. Anyways, so in order to facilitate that so that we weren't pulling from groceries, we're going to pull a little bit from Dine Out and a little bit from Dates. And that's just, if you're looking for like little tips and tricks along the way too, of like, how do you stay in grocery budget and still celebrate stuff like that without going over your grocery budget? That's kind of how we do it. Every now and then, if we're like, you know what, that kind of counts as family fun, let's pull it from family fun, even if technically like we took them out for ice cream and that's Dine Out. If we don't have money in our Dine Out budget, we pull it from family fun. So anyways, I know I'm being really chatty today, and I hope that doesn't bother you, but just those little tips and tricks along the way of how to like stay in budget and still accommodate things that are sort of unplanned, because us buying those steaks was definitely unplanned. So anyways, I'm skipping haircuts. Home decor is only stuffed with Etsy and YouTube. So this is its big stuffing. It's getting $19. And I don't remember why it's such an odd number, but you know, we're doing it. This is how I'm making it work. And I know that you guys know that I've been wanting to get some new couch pillows. I just found an Instagram account this morning and I cannot remember the name of it. So I'll go ahead and find the account because I just followed them and leave it up on the screen for you. But basically, they make the most beautiful couch, like pillow covers, and they sell like the inserts and stuff as well, which I'm not necessarily, like, I don't feel the need to support them that way, but their pillow covers are absolutely beautiful. And I think their fall line just dropped. So I'm going to save up, I think, and get some pillow covers from them, because the aesthetic is very much mine. I like a sort of like, I don't even know how to identify my style other than like traditional English, French, American, colonial farmhouse. Like if you could combine all of those interior styles into one, that's sort of my jam. So anyways, when I found this account, I was like, oh my gosh, these are the pillows that I've been looking for. So now I have a goal and I have to not spend from home decor so that I can get the couch pillow covers that I really, really want. So now in home decor, I've got 20, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, and 47. So I'm on my way. It's going to take some time, but I will get there, and I just have to not spend this money. Veda, don't spend. You don't need candles. That's what I need to remind myself of. I don't need candles. Speaking of Dates, it is getting $10 today. And like I said, we're going to be pulling from this one too, from those steaks that we purchased, but definitely worth it. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 10, and 15 is now in Dates, which is exciting. I'm not sure what those steaks are going to knock this down to, but it's going to be fine. We also supplement our own personal spending with Etsy and YouTube because we like to pat ourselves on the back for a job well done. My Etsy account, especially my Etsy shop, is basically like having a job, and Mr. Simple always is so supportive of that work, as well as my YouTube channel here. And so we go ahead and supplement our spending money with my Etsy and YouTube income as a little bit of a attaboy and an attagirl for ourselves for doing the work. So he is getting $20 today. And now in his spending, he's got $1,000 in the bank, and then 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 124 in his spending, 1,124, which is a stark contrast to mine. I'm also getting $20 this week. And now in my spending, I've got 20, 40, 50, 1, 2, 3, and 4, which I technically have already spent. I'm actually going somewhere to this really cool place over in Dallas, which I'll tell you guys about after I go there. It's really cool. So I'll tell you guys after I go. I just like to not announce where I'm going to be on my channel because it just wigs me out a little bit. But this envelope is going to be empty after I go there. So, que sera, sera. Next up, let's see, we're skipping Pretty Hair. Family Fun is getting us stuff. It's getting $10 this week. Not much, but enough to just supplement it a little bit. And now it's got 20, 30, 45, 46, 47, and 48. We had wanted to go to our local beach one more time before the season was over, and then the DFW area just got a ton of rain over Labor Day weekend, which was such a bummer. I mean, not to be a middle-aged person, we definitely needed that rain, but it was just a bummer that it interfered with our end of summer plans. So, it is what it is. And then last up in low priority sinking funds, we've got House Project. I'm going to go ahead. This one's getting 48 today. So 20, 40, 5, 46, 47, 48. And I've got to tell you, we're so excited. So we did order our screen doors, which I mentioned, I think in yesterday's video to you guys. We're so excited about this. The one that we had to special order is not supposed to come in until early October, which is really fine by us because it's not like we have screen door weather here until after then anyway. But I'm just excited that we were able to place this order. So far now, since I started my channel, the house projects that we have been able to cash roll in our house have been 3 ceiling fans for the rooms in our house that did not have ceiling fans. We were able to put gutters on our house. We were able to basically redo our home office so that it was functional for both my husband and myself. And now we have been able to purchase screen doors for our house as well. So I am just beyond thrilled at the progress that we've been able to make. We do have some other pretty significant house projects coming up that we are still saving for. And obviously we're going to keep you guys posted along the way. Right now, actually, we've put aside our next legitimate house project, which is a reverse osmosis water purification system for our house. And we are saving up for a new TV for Mr. Simple. I mean, it's for all of us because we only have one TV in our house. So we're replacing this TV for the first time literally since 2009. I'm not even kidding you. So we're going to be we're going to be halting the progress of an actual house project and putting all of our extra money for house project toward the TV that we'll probably take advantage of Black Friday sales for. But then we've got a whole house project plan that we're going to go over with you guys probably in January. So stay tuned for that one. I know I'm so talkative today. I'm sorry. Now in house project, we've got 100, 50, 70, 95, 200, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 206. I'm not sure how much of this is going to actually be returned to the bank. We haven't reconciled the purchase yet for our screen doors. So we'll see when that one comes up, but we didn't need to tap into this cash too much, I don't think. So we'll figure that out as we go. And then we just have one more envelope to stuff today, and that's actually Thanksgiving. I decided to supplement it this month, and I'll probably continue doing that until we get to Thanksgiving. Somebody actually said, I cannot remember her name, but she's relatively new to my channel, I think she said. She said 350 sounds like a good number for Thanksgiving, and I actually tend to agree with her. So maybe I'll feel better once I get there. But in the meantime, it's getting $25 today. All right, and Goodness, excuse me. Now on Thanksgiving, I've got 100, 200, 50, 70, 95, 96, and 97. So 297 in Thanksgiving. I might feel better about 350, although we may end up having company for Thanksgiving, and so that might increase our budget as well. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, stay tuned for that as well. But that's going to do it for me for today's video. Thank you guys for being flexible and all of the wonkiness. Was really expecting to have a weekly check-in uploaded for you guys today, but you just can't help weird food poisoning. So anyways, I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day and a lovely weekend. I hope that it's autumnal wherever you are. I know we're not in autumn, but I am really I'm really fighting the urge to pull out all of my autumn candles and autumn decoration things. Oh man, I love it so much, but I really I want to enjoy my 80+ degree days that I still have in Texas, because I do love it and the sunshine. So anyways, if it's autumnal where you are, soak up a little bit extra for me this weekend, and I will be back with you guys on Monday with the first cash stuffing of September. So you guys have a good one, and I will see you then. Bye everyone.